Alrighty, it's week one. It's Antlerz. It's Rywek. It's Z1R Randomizer 2 channel. And I'm Furious K. This ought to be a fun one. We'll see what they rolled up, as there's a couple of different things that could go here. You'll notice I've already selected the wood sword. We knew that that was going to be in the starting cave, and they've actually started somewhere reasonable. Blue candle right away, as well as a relatively nice key. However, the money not so nice at 51 rupees, so... I mean, it's still first quest money, but you never really want to see it that low. You can make it work with a 70 or 80. 20 for the minimum, that will help a little bit. Ladder as the Armos item. We got a fast one already. Looks like the flute was also the starting item in the seed for them. They get one of three items: recorder, raft, or power bracelet. Level 9, and it is in the left prong of skull. Whether or not that's skull or shape, we know it is not second quest back half, based on that starting location. I do believe Antlerz bought a candle, or found one. I heard the ding go off. I'm going to assume it was buy a candle and get mugged for the rest of your rupees. Level 1 found, I believe this was the Eastern Armos. There is an immediate, well, zombie link. I'm going to guess, based off of this location, and based off of what we see on Antlerz with that very top left corner, that we are looking at Shape's back half, and front half is likely to be first quest. Rywek's going to need a key to progress in this one. I'm pretty sure Antlerz now knows he's in shape, so we did get a key drop here. And because of remove open staircases, this technically could be a staircase, and it is. So we're going to get a freebie right off the bat. What do we have? Well, you know, it wouldn't be a troll if it wasn't another recorder. Another key found here. At this point, I think Antlerz knows exactly what he's dealing with as well, and that's whiz robes. So far, level 1 definitely has the friendlier enemy set, so I don't blame Antlerz for bailing on 4 after finding a free Triforce and a bunch of whiz robes. This is a skippable route. Yeah, I think it's worth a key there. You know there's 2 potential rooms down here. There is potential for Kanana keying as well. Though, with the key pickup, I think we're going to forego that for now. Taking one now for Antlerz to get that park container, needing another potential 0 to 2 to get the white sword item, whatever that is. Triforce down here, as Antlerz now finds 9. think Rywek's probably going to opt into not burning the key down there at the bottom of the level 1 shape. There's 5 rooms to the right and 1 down there, so I think if he's got to burn a key, it's probably best off being burnt to the right, and that's certainly the way we're looking here. Don't know that we've seen a medium secret yet. It'll be interesting to see what that rolled. Anywhere in like the 35 to 40 range in this large secret rolling minimum really doesn't mean anything. Rywek is in the usually the Wallmaster room right before Aqua Medicine 1, so this should be a bottom wall spawn on the right. A key in there. Antlerz, meanwhile, also finding level 1. I'm going to assume if he's found level 1, it's a definitive ladder find as well. To be honest, wasn't looking, so we're going to assume. Yep. No longer need to assume. Well, now you have a decision. You have one key door here. Rywek's going to go this direction. Your other option is to go all the way to the bottom of the eagle and try there instead. And it's a very vanilla boomerang. I think at this stage, I would take it. You might need to stun some things up later, but Rywek will opt out of it. We'll see if there's any regret at all later, or if we just go with it. First quest 6, but we're going to check the coast since we have the ladder. Red ring, yep. That's definitely worth checking. That's definitely worth checking. Worth repeating, even. Looks like it's going to be the same fairly easy enemy set in level 6, so that's helpful. Well, if you're going to turn down the first boomerang you see, you're probably going to turn down the second one as well. I think overall you have to be fairly pleased with the early item in 6, though. If you get a Triforce now, you're likely to just go ahead and run away from this as quickly as possible. Because of the way Antlerz is progressing through this level 1, I think he's likely to leave it without a key. Unless he picked one up in level 4. That was a pretty good bomb there, and we got a refund. And a clock. All the beneficial things in this room. Oh, we got a freebie key with the Patra in that room. That's actually pretty important. Here's the Triforce in 6. I would not blame Rywek if they are out of here until much later. I think many a veteran runner would opt into Second Quest 6 instead of leaving. But we are talking First Quest 6, which depends on who you talk to. Triforce get in level 1. Got to go back in to find that boomerang in the last room. Level 2, so we're finding a lot of dungeons really quickly here. Yeah, this room, I think we might just say skip and come back. Yeah. I think that's the right call. Well, you're gonna have to keep making the same call, it looks like, as another Pole's voice room right next door. With Red Ring, you definitely can muscle through this Manhandla with one claw left. Okay, Pole's voice Lionel set up here. That's pretty dangerous. But it does look like the blue Lionels went -2 on the HP. So one bomb will kill them instead of having a bomb and 2 sword swings. Antlerz sees the second boomerang, probably as thrilled as he was to see the first one. There is a heart container on the floor. And a Keys room, hoping that this is the second item, and it is not. We'll see if Antlerz makes the same decision. It appears so. So, about 13 minutes in, and both runners are pretty much neck and neck, I'd say. Maybe slight efficiency to Antlerz, but we're talking seconds here, so that's not a lead. That's a race. Right, nothing up top on this level 2, so the other item is down in the bottom portion or in one of these Pole's voice rooms. I think Antlerz is probably likely to find it first, if that's the case. Could also opt into just leaving. We do have Recorder as the starting item, which means you can come back to any dungeon with the simple toot on the flute. Well, key. And pirouette on the entry door for Rywek is going to access this left room. Some keys, so not very difficult to clear. A very useful map, given we know what it is already. An old man that can eventually become a hint. And we are now definitely looking at the Pole's voice room that Antlerz is in as the very likely culprit. think I saw anything there. Must be some other room then. Which one have we not cleared? Huh. Oh, might have been a raft. We'll have a look here. I think Rywek will successfully clear this one. Antlerz is leading with the Triforce, so that means, yep, you are correct. It was the raft on the floor. It must have been pretty much stood upon by Antlerz, because I didn't see it. Could be useful. Alright. A little bit higher audio at this point for Rywek. And now level 8. Not sure how long we'll be in here. I know Antlerz was not too long for this dungeon. Yes, the restreamer, I could see that Rywek has it as second quest 8, but that room right there is pretty obvious. Yep, already taken that off his tracker. He's like, hey, this is shaped. And this is a Pulse Voice room that Antlerz said nope and left. I would think in theory you can bomb down. Oh, we got a nice heart there. And a clock. That was a pretty solid bomb. I think Rywek was bemoaning a bit of his own skill in this, but so far so good. This is why you can't go down through that wall. There's an old man down here. Alright, what's the shape look like? Well, that is definitely one. Level 5 meanwhile for Antlerz. And this might be the end of this level 8 dig for the moment. I don't know that you really want to go there with limited combat. Yep, I, again, do not blame Rywek for bailing out of there for now. I think that's a place you want to come back if you have a white sword or wand. Or even a handful more hearts. Looks like we have a book sighting in the meantime. So hints are now online. Ooh, a fairy drop for Rywek. And we do have the bomb upgrade. It is only +2. But we know that the odds of needing the bait are pretty low at this point, so you're really looking at arrows, maybe keys, hints, and then the bomb upgrade. Wood arrows are a small possibility, but really not something I see an investment in until we get a bow at least. Triforce in 5, Power Bracelet in 4. And we're 5 Triforces to 4 at about 22 minutes in, so definitely looking like it's going to be a fairly fast-paced seed unless we get stymied somewhere. Level 8's the only one so far that looks rough. Arrows might... no. There's a thought that you might take that, but the candle's probably what we're more interested in. Gambling game so far does not look particularly relevant. The sympathy heart in this seed is actually just 1 rupee, so the rare time where someone might actually get it because it's an additional handful of hits with that red ring. Just depends on where you're at, health-wise. Retry strats probably to get the rupees back and just kill a couple of these Tektites. We're at 70. 71, there we go. Blue candle hype. Gonna go ahead and mark it down because I suspect that's what we're doing. Antlerz on the lookout for level 3 or 7. Also wouldn't mind seeing the white sword item still, I think. Oh, the book was the white sword, excuse me. I thought it was level 5. We shall remove that then and put that there. Thank you. Antlerz doing the restreamer no favors with his tracker being marked with books and only books in each slot. Antlerz opting into the potion, which, given we have the red ring and we have the white sword item, not all that surprised to see it. We are getting a little bit of divergence at this point. Level 3 is in Death Mountain West underneath the Power Bracelet. That is actually kind of relevant, given that Antlerz has opted out of level 4 for the moment. I think it might lead to a bit of a full clear of the overworld. However, I think that's the extent of the damage that will cause. So the question is, will Rywek's Power Bracelet dig out of 4 be fortuitous, or will it be detrimental? Because again, we don't know what the second item in level 4 is. If it's bow or something, that would be kind of interesting, I suppose. Silvers would also be interesting. Insert item here, essentially. You know, the old man is to the right of the chute. Another chute room. And we know the right-hand staircase originally was to the left there, so I think you have to go ahead and head that direction if you are Rywek. You can't just nope it. Well, maybe you will. I know it's blocked by a little bit of combat, but or a key, maybe. Yeah, going back in's the right call in my opinion. You might not have a right-hand staircase that might have been replaced, but the logic there is that that's the only way that wall wouldn't open. I think Antlerz is going to run out of locations to check pretty soon. There's a heart container on the floor. Very nice bomb force there by Antlerz to get a little bit more quantity of bombs. Speaking of bombs, Rywek gets bailed out by the Dark Nut on the correct count. And would have had the floor drop anyways. Level 7's found, so we know where every dungeon is. We know Power Bracelet is the only major overworld blocker at this point. Instant Wand in level 7 for Antlerz, that's good news. Means on the reclear we'll be going faster. Bow is in 3. So, wood arrow purchase now seems likely. Unsurprising shape here, given what we saw in the last dungeon. A little late. So this is really going to come down to silvers at this point, I think. I have the feeling that Antlerz is going to catch up a little bit on clear speed here. So the slight wrong order, in reality, I don't think is as likely to impact this race. Boy. More blue wizards. This room does not need to be cleared, as we found the floor 1. And, well, maybe actually it does need to be cleared to go up there. I don't know if we found the transport or not. Something tells me we're not going to find out soon. Thanks a lot, old man. We don't need locational hints at this point. Well, outside of level 3. Hey, there's a heart container. That's helpful. We still have to find the way around, but now we don't have to go up into that little segmented area. Oh, it took the hit. That's unfortunate. I was setting up a bomb force that would have helped out. Don't think it's the end of the world, though. Alright, a white sword hint in 5. Magic key in 8. That's not helpful. Well, we did whittle down some of the options for silvers. Still anybody's game at this point, as Rywek is going to have to full clear a good chunk of the overworld. I suspect his routing will lead him to level 5 first, before finding level 7. Antlerz now back to level 8. With no bow out of 3, because we can't get there yet. But there is a wand and a wood sword, so might be reasonable to try. Actually, Rywek is going to route the correct way here for level 7 first, which I didn't see happening initially. Antlerz is in the correct dungeon for a progression item, but not necessarily going the right way inside the dungeon at this point. The real question now is, what is the other item for? believe this is the staircase item for Rywek. Antlerz can spawn the key on the outside of the T, if so desired. Instead, just going to take the moat clip across. Heart is in the very top. There's a small concern for me that there is a Goma blocking a push block in here. Sail not to save the princess, thanks a lot. That's a little bit late. So here comes the big play. Will Antlerz full clear the bottom part of this level 4? There's one room left down there. You could assume a Goma block, or you could go down there. What is the answer? One room left, abandoning it. Uh-oh. This is now where the trouble begins. This is definitely not going to work out favorably for a little while. There are still hints available. That Goma may defeat Antlerz in the seed, though. We'll find out. Yeah, locational hints definitely not what we're looking for in these dungeons. Interesting location for the Triforce. Here's a staircase in 8. It is the transport. And we're all tied up on Triforces again, although Antlerz, in theory, can take the lead at any point here on the Triforce count. Still think it's big trouble, though, on that one room that was orphaned for. And again, I don't blame him for making that call. I would have thought for sure it was Goma blocked. Staircase there. Just one of those situations where the game forces you to potentially full clear instead. The quickest way to catch back up for Antlerz, find silver super deep in here. That would be particularly helpful. This could be a room. Looks like Lionel's on both red and blue. Pull down. Is this the second transport? You betcha. And we're all the way down here now. The Goma blocking the way back. Not that's a big deal. I think this is most likely the item, and it is a heart container. I mean, you have a chance at magical sword suddenly, so why not? Not sure that we're in any rush to go over there, though. Combat's not been a big issue. One could also make the argument that you're going to go back into level 5 at some point if you don't find your bow. Still on the hunt for the last item in this 8. That's not the best hint. There it is. We know the any key is the last item in here, and I'm pretty sure it's Antlerz that has that hint, so we'll try forcing out of here. So the interesting thing here is Antlerz is going to be full completionist on this seed. But But that could force Antlerz still into the... Oh, no, going back into 4 to clear that one room. Oh, boy. I mean, the reason you do it here is because you're literally one screen away, but there's also a flute to come back, so it is somewhat surprising, I guess. This room is no fun, though. No fun at all. In theory, Antlerz has literally level 5. Ooh, 10 heart mags. Hello. In theory, thinking about what Antlerz has left, it's 1 item in 5, and 1 item in 6, and that's it. So, this is the smallest dungeon left, and there's 1 room left here, so I guess that is the thought process. Although we'll also have to poke at the post-game, see if that's indeed what happened. Still behind a little bit, though. Rywek now down to 4 overworld locations left. Feels bad. There it is. So the reason it's still anybody's game is those silver arrows. I think with hints for 9, probably going to 9. Digging silvers out of there after level 3, of course, which has to be cleared out first. And it is quite a journey over there. I think the Triforce in 5 is not too deep in. We do not know what the other item is near, though. My goodness, though. Magical Sword really cleaning this up fast. That room would take Antlerz on Wood Sword at least a solid couple of bombs, or probably another 30 seconds or so. Triforce should be pretty quick here now. So that's the next decision. Alright, there it is. Triforce 5 get. So level 3 versus level 8 as far as digs left. Not exactly sure what we're looking for at the moment. Maybe just the world tour. Oh, this. Fair. You want to make sure the book, or you want to make sure the white sword item is accounted for before going to 9 with that few spots left. Now gotta go to 8 though. Where are we going? Hint shop, perhaps? I think there's a hint shop over here. This is the one that Antlerz full cleared. Magic key, hint. A white sword hint. And then the backward swag boost before the sail knot. Nope, it's Alchemist, this one. I lied. Sail knot's in a dungeon. So we're fluting. That is 5. That is a boulder. 6. 7. 8. 1. 2. 3. 4. Oh, nope, didn't go to the last one. I think we need one more, didn't we? Nope. We got right. What are we doing here? You want to do it? Where are you going? Oh, I'm confused. Oh, meantime, there's the last mugger. Gotta go to 8, though. No, no miss mark. Literally just brought it up on his screen. Not sure. Is there a prescription paper somewhere? I'm trying to think of what else might be on the cards here. There's more money. So now what's the play? Up in A, save, and go to 8? This has bought Antlerz quite a bit of time here. Where are we going? Back to 3? Oh, the hint shop. I see what we're doing. There is a hint shop in Death Mountain on the screen we were just entering. The one hint that Antlerz didn't buy. Thanks again. Double hints, but that hint's less important, because that just means it's a ladder block somewhere. Now where? 1. Oh, this is all 3 again. Going for the last hint. Small chance this is a silver hint as we find the bow on Antlerz screen. Is this going to give a silver hint for 5 or 6? No. Fluting again to where? Level 4? Yep. Now going into 8. Well, this room will be very quick this time. So Antlerz is the first eligible for 9. Whether or not that's where we end up going remains to be seen. There's the compass get. Will we have a gamble on 9? It looks like we're going to have both runners going to 9 here momentarily. Yep. Here we go. Level 9. Oh, you don't need to kill the Skoma. Let's go. Yeah, you don't need to kill it. Let's go. There we go. We can listen for a quick roar on the up-tempoed sound, perhaps. We're cheating with this audio until we get the other audio feedback. And we do have the other audio back, so here we go. The beast awaits in the northwest of Skull. Are these two staircases going to link to one another? Please do it. Nope. Darn. I like me some troll staircases. This could be Zelda right away. Nope. This could also be Zelda. Yes, this one is Zelda. Okay, we have Zelda's door. We have Ganon's quadrant potentially. Given the shapes dungeons is in play, there could be a misdirected pointer. So we can't rule that out. Antlerz does have the wood arrows. Did not see that pickup, but that is a good purchase. Man, both runners neck and neck. Ooh boy. Slight mismark going on the tracker for Rywek, but I don't know that it's going to come into play necessarily. Yes, 5, 6, and 9. Sorry, I wasn't quite reading for that. There's a 50-50 shot they're in 9 right now. Red Candle's outstanding as well. Man, Zinc. Kidnap Southwest, yes we know. Both runners also know. This could be a staircase room. Ski. A little bit of divergence setting up here as Antlerz is going to go right. This is the map room. If we clear it, we get the shape. Don't know that Rywek is aware of that. Staircase here for Rywek. What is it? Transport. Zelda's room height. Another room we're going to have to clear with some likes. Rywek should have a slight edge on clear speed here. Most rooms it won't matter, but in a room like this it will. Nothing there. Still anybody's race. Antlerz is going to be the first to see the map of this 9. I was going to say, you cleared the room, let's see it. Well, it's kind of split up. Rywek does not know that there's a room to the right there, so that is potential for a bad time. Roar of Ganon. This pushes. If this is silvers, this is gonna be really, really close. Instead, we're gonna have to guess as to where Ganon is. Ganon is not north, Ganon is to the west. Quick work of these Lionels. A push block. What do we have in this staircase? Eventually an item, right? Leave your life or keys. There is no silvers hint in 9. There is no silvers hint in any shop. Is this finally an item? No. This connects back to one of the staircases we were in prior. We are back into the map room. We're going to be right below Ganon now. Slight edge to Rywek right now, just because we've seen the majority of this side that Antlerz is looking through. Three keys left for Rywek. It's getting a little bit scary, but only if you have to redig. Gotta burn a key. Down to 2. But this is potentially an item now. Given the quantity of staircases we've seen, the only other spot that they could really be is in the south. Another potential staircase room. This one pushes. What do we have? Silver arrows in the northwest of 9. Wow. So now it's just a trek back. Can Antlerz catch up in time? It's close to over, but it's not technically over until Ganon's downed. Pointless moat room fighting. Gonna take only 4 hits. That's 2 down. I don't think Ganon's going to win this fight just because we have that magical sword and red ring. Can take a couple more drivers. Doesn't really need to. There it is. So now just a quick walk back. Antlerz is going to find the silvers pretty much right as Rywek dones. No shortcuts here, I don't think. You're going to have to walk around another room. Silver's now for Antlerz. There is the shutter door. Gotta make it through some land mows, and we do. Get your GGs out for Rywek. A 1-0 with a 110.55. Take just a moment to get this set up. Yeah, we're going to see Antlerz finish up as well. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get the runners in here to talk about it or something along those lines. We may have to enable push to talk to make it work, though. We'll see. In the meantime, we do have Antlerz. Man, that was a wild conclusion to that race.
I'm still under shock here.
And we are joined by Rywek as well. GG's to you as well. Again, crazy, crazy race at the end.
Insane. I'm just purely in shock. This a victory was not what I was expecting today at all. I was just gonna go and do my dignity, learn from the Rays, go 0-1 and just like keep going and like just yeah, but it, I thank the magic sword.
And
hey, GG's.
yeah, in the end, Magical Sword being exactly 10 hearts was kind of critical in getting a small lead in 9. You two were about 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds apart heading to 9, as the seed was it was kind of jetty outside of that power bracelet location, which a lot of chat thought Antlerz was kind of doomed by the near full clear of 4 with a Goma block and kind of leaving, but you did end up going back there before heading to 5 or 6, so made a race of it and got into 9 first, just a little bit slower on killing things because Magical Sword and Wand versus Wood Sword and Wand was, I guess, enough to push Rywek across first.
Yeah, I saw Magical Sword late in the seed. Never really gave it any serious thought. But yeah, like my idea was I knew the item was in that blue wizard room, or well beyond that blue wizard room in 4, and I figured I'll go to 8 because I still got to get the Triforce. I dug for possible bow in 8 while I was in there, which obviously was a mistake. I pretty much full cleared like everything in the seed. Um, yeah, outside of like level 5, I think level 5 and level 6 maybe.
Yep.
But yeah, like I thought I was right weighing it, and then it turns out I wrong weighed it really, really hard. And also that 9, I'm guessing I had a
Similar.
much worse path because it's pretty impossible to have a worse path than I did.
You two had the exact same 9, pretty much.
Okay.
You had a couple extra rooms. You saw the leave your heart or key room because Rywek didn't clear the map room, perhaps didn't know that the Triforce room in 9, having no standing item in the middle, is always a map unless it's right next to Zelda's door.
Really?
Yep.
No, I didn't know that.
There's your tidbit of information for the seed.
Okay.
If the Triforce room appears in 9 and Shutter Door is not next to it, then it'll have the map very similar to every other dungeon in the game. If it has no standing item in the Triforce room, it will be a map. Pretty much You might as well say it's 100% of the time because the times it's not in level 9 are so few and far between. Yeah. But yeah, you both had the same 9. The 8 clear was definitely way faster for Rywek. Just went for it, went for broken 9 for the 8 items. But Antlerz, tech wise, is a little bit more higher, I guess, a
Oh
higher
yes.
level because of not only the No Up A experience, but just overall Zelda 1
No.
randomizer experience.
100%. If I didn't have the red ring and the magical sword, and like enough money to buy a potion and the wand, like all of that, if I didn't have all of that, there was no way, no way.
Well, in this case, the competent clearing of all these dungeons on low, well, high defense but low offense, we'll call it for the most part, allowed
Mm.
Antlerz to get into 9 first still, despite the full clear of 8. It just
Hmm.
didn't buy him enough time to full clear 9 as well as you did once you had Magical Sword and Wand, because again, the 6 damage versus 3 in most rooms maybe didn't matter much, but when you have likes in a handful of rooms and you're basically just two-shotting him and he's got to take 3 or 4 swings at it does add up a little bit. And unfortunately, that was just enough to push Antlerz from about a 15-second lead into 9 to what, like a 2-minute finish difference. So basically lost about 2 minutes in 9.
Wow.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, other than that, like, I don't really have too much to say about the seed. It was, it was extreme. It was very, very trivial once you found that like super early red ring.
Oh yeah.
It was just a matter of, is a matter of finding the right things in the right order and going to the right places. 3 was I was about to think I mismarked something or didn't missed a check somewhere because 3 was my last uh check on the overworld. If I didn't have the power bracelet and the bow still to find, I definitely would not have dug A like I did. Um, so that was definitely kind of and I knew one of the items in there, which is why I left the last item behind in 8 because I knew it was the magic key. Um, but yeah, the items were like all the way in. I never got the map, but I mean, there couldn't have been too much left to that 8.
Uh, you, I think, had another 6 rooms left to go, and they're mostly in the bottom and kind of going off to what was the staircase in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
the map is beautiful, by the way. I think it was in the horizontal shoot room right below the entryway.
oh, makes sense. Yeah.
So
I never cleared that.
yeah, I think Rywek went into there early. I think maybe just looking for a floor drop item or perhaps a key since it was super early in the sea. I don't know exactly.
Was it
Maybe
8?
8's map.
Oh yeah, I was there and I'm like, these things are hard to kill. I got an enemy, I got one drop, and I'm like, I've got enough keys to leave. I don't want to be here. This is too hard. And I left. I just left. I figured I'd come back later. I even noted down, like, come back with better equipment.
Yeah, because I think it was a land molar room that turned you around, I want to say. And you didn't want to clear the Pole's voice with the wood sword again for obvious reasons. In a
Mhm.
BMOS room, no less. But yeah, it was going to be an interesting call once silvers either were found in 9 or not found in 9. Because then it comes down to where exactly does Rywek go next, because I think you had probably 3 more items outstanding. You had an item in 4, which I would guess maybe would have been your first one. I think you had the floor item there.
um, I had an item left in 4. If I hadn't got to buy all the hints, I still had one item in 4, one item in 5, one item in 6, one item in 7, 2 items in 8.
Yeah. For the record, Antlerz, I believe the 2 hints you didn't buy were a feat of strength leads to the bow and step across the water to reach the bow. So
Yeah.
No, I got
Previous.
step across the water. That's why
Ah.
when I was in level 7, I saw that river room, and like the Triforce was down the bottom right. I was beelining, but then I saw that river room blocking that little wing of the dungeon. I decided to try to go up there. But the yeah, I literally, like, I knew if silvers were not in 9, they were in 5. So that was like, that was my one item that I had left was in level 5.
We must have missed one of the 4 hearts or something in 6.
I definitely had both items in. Oh no, it was a raft, I think.
Raft is in 2.
Oh well,
Mhm.
I don't know. I found both items in 6.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Definitely could have missed a heart on my end there.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy finish to this race. Had quite a few people in there watching the end because it was basically who's going to find it first. And it really wasn't apparent who was going to find the items first in 9 until Rywek kind of got ahead of you a little bit by the time you guys got up to the top end of it. So, really fun watch. Glad we could get it on the air somewhere so that we can put it on the podcast and watch it back later because definitely one of those entertaining races to watch as a viewer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Thank you
got to
for
watch it.
picking it up. GG's Rywek. Good luck
Jeez.
next week.
Oh no. Oh no.
just dawned on you that you're the 1-0.
Oh. Yeah. I was thinking like, oh well, like it's gonna get progressively easier, and like I'll have a good time once I find somebody who's my level. Like, no, this is bad. This is going all not according to plan.
I mean, it doesn't much matter because I can already point to about 3 names in the 0-1 bracket that are not going to be a fun time for somebody.
Fair enough.
I mean, we already have a Trogdor down there, for example. That'd be a wild matchup to get. I know Rick raced last night and was down there as well. So a couple people already looking for that chance to get back to even, Antlerz included. So we'll see what happens. There's a couple more weeks of Swiss, 4 more to be exact. 3 gets you into the brackets, and 2 wins gets you into the play-in races, which are a best of 3. So basically, you win best 2 out of 3, and you can get in that way as well. So more than a couple opportunities to get into the primary bracket. Otherwise, we do feature a best of the rest for anybody that doesn't make the primary and wants to keep playing the flags or wants to keep practicing. Gives you a good opportunity to go at. So definitely a lot of races left ahead for those who want them. We'll see what happens. Any final thoughts?
Nope. GG's Rywek. Thanks for picking it up, Fury, and doing the comms and everything. And we'll try and get back on the horse next week.
Stay tuned for more Z1R because we're going all the way. Yay! Bye.
Yep, so there are quite a few races ongoing. There are quite a few on the dock as well. I think the Magic Friends and TA race was on Speed Gaming, still may be ongoing. Same with the Cantaloupe, Me, and Sausage Link on Speed Gaming 5. In just about a half hour in, I think, would be Panzer Dave and Malchior on Z1 Randomizer, the primary channel. This being 2. You have Speed Gaming 5 at 9 and 9:30 featuring races, so in about a half hour or an hour's time. Back here at 10 o'clock, you'll have me again. It'll be Blessed Bee and Moonrust and Phoenix. Also on Speed Gaming 3 will be Psytown and Sea Falcon 7 duking it out. And finally, we have another one on Z1 Randomizer, Druis Vincent 246. So those are the ones we've got. Maybe we'll pick up a couple of the ones we couldn't get to today on such a busy day at a future time on a podcast or something. Otherwise, hopefully you get a chance to go back and maybe compare them side by side or something. Should be some fun watches out there. But for now, Furious K signing off. I will see you perhaps in about 2 hours or so, maybe an hour. But yeah, so long.